Hello and welcome to a Talmud Israeli production. Today we'll review the highlights of this week's course of Daf Yomi study, Masechet BavaMetzia, pages 81 through 87. Pei Aleph, 81. Hamalved chaveiro al hamashkon. If you lend money to your fellow and then take collateral from the borrower, v'avad hamashkon, but the lender loses the collateral item, yishava v'ito ma'otav. Well, he can swear that he didn't steal it, that it just got lost, and he nonetheless is able to collect the money due to him. So says Rabbi Eliezer. However, Rabbi Kiva disagrees and says, Yachalo Marlo, the borrower can tell the lender, Flum hilvatani ela alamashkon. You only lent the money to me because I was willing to put up a piece of collateral to secure the loan. Avad hamashkon, you lost the collateral item. Avad mosecha, you lost your money. That's it. I'm not paying you back. I've already given you whatever I needed to give you. 82. Abba Shaul Omer. Mutar la adam la haskir mashkono shel ani liot pochet v'holef. A lender is able to use the collateral item that was given to him by the borrower to rent it out for a rental fee in order so that the amount of money owed by the borrower to the lender can be reduced over time. So if a person lends $1,000 to his friend, the friend gives him some item of value which is usable. It can be rented out for a few dollars a day. Every day that it's rented out, it's a few dollars less that the borrower has to pay back the lender. That's good for everyone. But even though the halacha follows this opinion, lo amar ela b'maro pasal v'kardom, it only applies to certain types of physical items, say a saw, an axe, an as, things that can be used and they will not be damaged or devalued through usage, at least not in any significant way, but do command a fairly high rental fee. So because if the item is going to be damaged in the process of being rented out, then that doesn't help the borrower. We're trying to help the borrower. If it's going to work out that the rental fees are substantial and the damage to the item is minimal, then we can do this. 83. Rabba bar bar Chanan tavrle hanu shakli chavita dechamra. So Rabba bar bar Chanan had a barrel of wine that was being transferred from one place to another, and the porters dropped the barrel and broke it. Shakal glimayhu. So to compensate himself for his workers' negligence, he grabbed their cloaks. Asu Amr Rav. So the porters came and complained to Rav. And Rav's response was, Hav Glumayu, give back their coats. Amr Ledina Hachi. So Rabba Bar Bar Chanan said, is this really the letter of the law that I have to give back their coats after what they did to me? Amr Le'in. And the response of Rav was yes. Lamantelech B'derach Tovim. He quotes a pasuk from Tanakh that says you should go in the ways of the good. Now, what does this mean? It means the letter of the law actually is not that the guy had to that Rabbi Bar Chanan had to give back the cloaks. It's just that a sage ought to behave appropriately and decently, and it's the right thing to do. And Rav quoted a pasuk; it's the right thing to do. You have the glimayo, so fine. He gave back the coats, but then the workers complained, "Anayanan, we're very poor. Tachin and Kulayoma, we worked hard. The kafein and we at the end of the day we have no income because we weren't paid. We're starving. Our families are starving." So again, Rav said to Rabbi Bar Chanan, pay them the salary for the day. His response was, Dina Hachi, is this really the letter of the law? Yes, it's the letter of the law. You should follow the ways of the righteous. So again, what does that mean? It's actually not the letter of the law, but a rabbi should behave himself in the most ideal fashion. So a pasuk is quoted from the Tanakh to say, behave like a mensch, like a tzaddik. Okay. 84. Af Rabbi Yishmael Rabbi Yossi Mata Ki Hamas Liyado. So Rabbi Yishmael Bar Yossi was put into a position where he had to act as the sheriff or the marshal and arrest people who were causing criminal mischief. So Paga Be'Eliyahu, Elijah the prophet, confronted him over it. How much longer are you going to bring members of the Jewish nation, the nation of God's people, to death? You're handing over Jews to the Roman authorities to be executed for supposed criminality. That's terrible. How much longer are you going to do this? So his response was, what am I supposed to do? I was appointed by the king. I have to do my job. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble. So I'm just following the instructions of the government to eliminate bad characters from society. Well, Eliyahu's response was, your father was in this position and he fled to Asya. You should just flee to Laodicea. Run away. You don't have to do what the government forces you to do. Just escape. Hightail it out of there. 85. If you teach Torah to your friend's son, you'll go to sit in the yeshiva shalmala, the academy on high in the heavens. But even better than that is if you teach Torah to the son of an Am Haaretz. Now remember, an Am Haaretz is someone who is religiously not very educated. So the son of an Am Haaretz is basically doomed to not get a Torah education unless someone steps in from outside the family and provides that education. So if you do that, if you teach a son of an Am Haaretz the Torah, even if God issues a decree against you, he'll nullify the decree for you. So this is tremendous positive in the sense that bad, evil things that might have happened to you will be nullified and undone, courtesy of your merit, your store of merit for having taught the son of the Am Haaretz Torah. 86. Don't depart from the local custom. Moses went up to the heavens for the 40 days and 40 nights of Har Sinai, and he didn't eat. Why? Because the Malachei Asharis, the heavenly angels, and all the heavenly entities don't eat. So Moshe himself also didn't eat. And flip it around, the heavenly angels, when they came down to visit Avraham in the Parshat Vayera story, they ate. So the Gemara asks, did the angels really eat bread? Rather, it looked as though they were eating and drinking. They were faking it. In order not to offend Avraham and to fit in with the local practice, they gave the appearance of eating even though they didn't actually eat. 87. If you hire a worker, and you say to the worker, I'm going to pay you like one or two of the local employees, but you don't specify how much the salary really is. Rabbi Yeshua says you could pay like the least paid employees in town, or the minimum wage, because you didn't promise anything more than that. You promised the person they'll get, like some people get paid around here, so it's going to be the lowest. Whereas the sages say, no, you have to split the difference, a more reasonable number, somewhere the mean between the high and the low. You can't just take for granted that they're going to get paid next to nothing. So the Chachamim are much more protective of the rights of workers in this instance than is Rabbi Yoshua. Everyone have a great week.